I'm Helen McGowan and I live here on our farm called Mystic Springs, which is in the Indigo Valley in northeast Victoria.
And in this place we've raised our children, three girls who have now grown up and moved away. So the house, when we built it, we did look around at some of the solar and thermal ideas that were current at the time, and we did want to make it solar passive, and also the external walls were not to be dense so that the heat wouldn't be held by the sun holding the heat into them.
It's a two-storey home. We've got our bedrooms upstairs, and downstairs we have 2 bedrooms plus a study, and we love it. It's light-filled and very warm. It really suits our needs. We use a lot of energy in this home, and I don't know why. I don't know where it's going. The only energy that we use in terms of what we pay for is our electricity. We don't have any gas or oil or other things, but we do pay for a lot of electricity, despite the fact that it's solar passive. So we're always concerned about the cost of electricity, but not concerned enough to do something about it, apart from gasping when the bill comes in.
We feel that we are busy people, and there's lots of things that have been happening over the years. The issue of using alternate power has been one that we have thought lots about, but it's been important but never been, let's have a sense of urgency. And so we've spent many times talking about the possibility, but now that our children have finished up for here, we believe we've got more time to think about the options, maybe the longer term directions of what's happening with the solar industry are starting to sort of shape up a bit more for us in our minds. So maybe we're making decisions into a more known environment.
And so we put it in the too hard basket, and we think we'll do that another time.
What's been blocking us over the years has been a sense of not staying here necessarily long term, but now we do believe this will be our longer term base, so we can plan into that.
Now we have a bit of time to think about these things, to perhaps become more educated and make some decisions, which may mean getting off the grid, the electricity grid, or may mean supplementing what we do. I think we've just got the energy to be making that inquiry now.
Yackandandah does seem to be making some really good moves in relation to alternative energy strategies, and I am a member of the Yackandandah community. I've been part of it for 25 years. And there's been lots of projects where that sense of community and engagement with people within the Yackandandah has just been one of the best things that has been for me living here, is engaging with communities.
Totally Renewable Yackandandah is a group of residents of the township of Yackandandah that have come together to form around the encouragement of renewable energy in the town, and we've actually set ourselves a goal of being 100% renewable by the year 2022.
So when this endeavour commenced, I did feel that I wanted to be part of that in some way, to kind of connect with that broader community attempt to make Yackandandah totally renewable. So there's been some really notable installations in the township of Yackandandah, which has actually been quite inspiring to see. So that really sets a sense of leadership and possibility for me.
So we are concerned about a capital investment on this property, and we want to make sure, first and foremost, we have that money, and secondly, that it will be a good thing for us to do. So thirdly, apart from the financial value of that investment, is really us in this psychological space of being good citizens of the planet. Is it good for us to continue to support dirty power? Can we get off the grid and use renewable energy? So I think there's those three things. The initial barriers have been too much information, the cost, and also we want to be more active in that space of being good citizens.
It creates clear opportunities for us to, I believe, to save money.
Well, I'm 56 and I want to live to a ripe old age. I want my daughters, or our daughters, to have pride in being rural Australians. I want them to be able to come back here, hopefully with extended family, maybe with partners, maybe with grandchildren. And I want our place to be an exemplary place about how you can live on the land in a sustainable way, but is also makes us all feel good. And perhaps by us stepping into that space of making some intelligent decisions now, we will be able to get the benefit of living those values rather than living in ignorance of what we could be doing.
Three principal ways people can use solar on their homes. One is they can stay connected to the grid and have solar panels connected to that. They can go to hybrid, where they have a small battery storage which allows them just to use that stored electricity in the evenings, or they can completely disconnect from the grid and have a large battery storage that they become self-reliant for electricity. All of those options are becoming really dramatically more affordable.
Essentially, the cost of power of electricity that we're using it's something we have control over. At the moment, probably our lazy approach is to pay the bill every quarter. However, we have capacity to make a better decision now by doing that upfront cost and being in control of our power consumption.
And so our goal is to help residents, our goal is to help businesses reduce their energy use and augment that with their own generation, and also community groups. And then there's a number of community groups within our town that have seen the opportunity to save money and keep money locally, and also in the process reduce carbon emissions.
We're particularly interested in the role of renewable energy for this local community because it's a shared endeavour, and I love the idea that TRI has got an idea of setting a goal and then working collegially across the community to see whether we can meet that goal.
Totally Renewable Yackandandah, or TRI, has a whole range of enabling tasks, and what we're really seeking is to be able to encourage people to reduce their energy use, and on top of that introduce some sort of local generation, and so that is in solar panels and potentially in storage, and whether that storage is just to subsidise their use from the grid or indeed to become entirely standalone.
I feel that renewable energy is obvious. I mean, we've got the biggest player over my left shoulder at the moment. It's called the sun. It's here every day. It's something that it's becoming more evident that we have opportunities to use its power and energy. It's staring us in the face in a way to actually look at this more carefully, particularly in the context of the rising power costs that we're facing.
The Indigo Shire Council has been doing some really nice mapping work on what solar and wind and other types of renewable energy resources. And solar really stacks up because it's affordable, it's getting cheaper, it's scalable, it's safe, and it's very non-controversial. So it's a really good, easy local community solution to generating locally.
Totally Renewable Yackandandah, I think, provides an opportunity for us to work locally and within our own community, where the knowledge base and the capacity for decision making is brought much more back towards our own community rather than somewhere else. So I'm really looking forward to being part of that connection with our local community and making decisions for our local community.
And we want to be part of a community endeavour to actually make the world a better place. So if we can be, by investing our intelligence and our money and perhaps our journey in moving from ignorant consumption of energy to something a bit more considered and values-based, then we can do that with other people. So because TRI are having a go, we thought we'd have a try as well.
It's evident around the world there's places, towns, states and even countries that have a goal of generating at least their energy needs from renewable. We want to do that. We know it's possible. We want to help people see that dream and walk with them on that journey.